It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2020. It is 7 a.m. and we have some freezing precip on the way.
Are we actually going to get it this time?
Well, we'll see. You know, only time will tell. And we'll get the weather here in just a minute. The weather will be brought to you by the Z Team. And we'll take a look at that here in a few minutes. And so how's David today?
I'm very good. And you?
Yeah, good. Doing
Excellent.
good. So I have to say, it's like I'm tired of winter. We're due one decent snowfall or a little bit of ice and snow. Let the kids have a day off. The schools are still in session for all I know. I haven't got any word
Right.
yet. So
No,
I don't want to cause any panics, but, and I'm sure the schools are sitting around. Let's wait and see what happens.
I'd like to see the snow on the ground just once.
Yeah, it's not bad. We have, in my morning prayer, talk about the ice storm of 09, but nevertheless, a little snowfall is nice, and stuff like that. But anyway, So sit back, enjoy a cup of coffee, watch it snow, ice, whatever it may be. Speaking of coffee, I want to invite you to try Brewed Awakening Coffee with their 3 locations, as you heard Jacqueline say in the introduction. 3 locations to serve you: Baxter Regional Medical Center, 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness, and of course Balmer Boulevard, which at 7:01, 7:02 in the morning can be a little bit busy, and so just stop by and visit any of the 3 locations. 2 are drive-throughs, one of course at Baxter Regional. You can park and walk in the main lobby there, and they'll be glad to serve you the best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening, if you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Check out their lattes, their mochas, and all their blends. They've got anything you can imagine. They can mix that up for you, make a nice cup of coffee for you. And come on by the studio. Have some coffee with me and David sometime. Coffee pot's right over here. Door's right over here. Walk in, grab some coffee. You got some seats for you over here. Come on in. Enjoy a nice cup of coffee. Brewed Awakening. Keep you awake till about Friday. This will surprise you. The darker the roast, the less caffeine.
Really?
It shocked me. I had a doctor tell me this. The darker the roast, the less caffeine.
How about that?
So I've got a full, rich coffee here. Very, very dark. Very, very good. So come on by.
It sets me the rest of the day.
Love to have folks stop by and watch the show and enjoy some Brewed Awakening coffee. Check them out. 3 locations to serve you. Mike and staff do a great job at all 3 locations. You cannot beat Brewed Awakening coffee, the best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing you morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes around the state, 29 to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in Mountain Home, you talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris. Anybody there can help you. Passing of a loved one after a long illness, elderly passed away. Of course, we miss them. And what do we do now? Roller Funeral Homes can handle it. Emergency situation, Roller can handle it. Professional, caring, loving, and understanding. They know what you're going through. They are professionals, and they do it very, very well. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. It's not just a motto, it's how they live and do business. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, as we watch the weather forecast and radar, Lord, I pray you keep our people safe. We still have memories of the ice storm in 2009. Lord, for the elderly that live alone, help us be aware of their needs in case the weather does get bad, to help them avoid possible falls on the ice or snow. We're grateful for your blessings, and I just pray you bless again those that live alone, have no family close by, keep them safe. And then for our schools, Lord, protect the students and faculty, be with the bus drivers as they transport the students, no matter what the weather is. My prayer today, Lord, just keep us safe. That's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Trumpet, please. And now,
Doo-doo-doo.
Scooter, you taking notes? He didn't catch the pun.
Yeah, Scooter's in Truckland.
Did you take notes? He hit all the notes just right, Scooter. Morning weather brought to you by the ZT. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire2arkansas.net. Let's take a peek at the White River. There you go, some cloud cover. You can see the lights on the bridge, 62 412 east and west right there at the Cotter Bridge. Beautiful city of Cotter, Arkansas in Baxter County. The river separates Baxter from Marion, if you're not familiar with northern Arkansas. And for folks that are outside the state, maybe tuning in, we do have some cloud cover here with some freezing precip on the way, and so it's kind of a dark, cloudy morning here in north central Arkansas. If you're planning to retire, perhaps you're some of my friends in St. Clair County, Illinois. I know how old you are because we went to school together. And if you're in St. Louis County, Jefferson County, Missouri, and we still know each other and remember what was going on. So anyway, planning on retiring, go to retiretoarkansas.net. You can check all the properties for this multiple listing service. Check out Bob and Linda Zadora's website. You can take a peek here at the White River. And
This is a great shot.
it is, really is. The camera's mounted in Marion County with the view of Cotter. The clearing right there is a little baseball park and picnic area, and the fishing area down there by Big Spring Park. Just a lot of fun down there. What can I say? Beautiful little town, Cotter, Arkansas. Thank you to Bob and Linda Zadora for sponsoring our weather. By the way, they need some listings, so if you're thinking about selling, now's the time to get that done. You'll give them a call today and still get in on the first quarter of 2020 to perhaps get your house on the market and sold, before spring sets in. Mm-hmm. And then, like I say, folks watching outside the state of Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, perhaps you think, well, let's take a look at north central Arkansas. Look at the Z Team and retiretoarkansas.net. They can help you, and they can set you up in Missouri or Arkansas, from Marshall to Mountain View, Gainesville, West Plains. The team is ready to serve you today. Once again, Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793. The Z Team, retiretoarkansas.net. 26 degrees in Mountain Home, 29 in Flippin, Harrison at 29, same in Yellows, 25 at Salem, Arkansas, 26 at Calico Rock, Mountain View at 28. Around the region, St. Louis checks in at 24, Poplar Bluff at 26, 25 in West Plains, 27 in Branson, and 15 in Watford City, North Dakota. Okay, here we go. I'm going to back this out a little bit. We do have the blue line, which is, I'm going to say that's probably snow / ice, freezing rain, whatever it may be. We have blue, pink, and green. The green, of course, is rain. This starts up in central Wisconsin, comes back into Rochester, Minnesota. It's to the west of Des Moines, Iowa, but it does cover Omaha, Nebraska, and southeast Nebraska. Half of Kansas is covered with some of the stuff from Kansas City, Missouri, Topeka, all the way back into the middle part of Kansas. Northeast Oklahoma, west Missouri, western Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, and we even have a little bit of freezing precip showing up occasionally around Shreveport, Louisiana, with some shower activity all the way down to San Antonio. And so as you can see the motion on this, it is moving east. It is coming towards Mountain Home. It's coming towards our area, Kansas City, Springfield, Mountain Home, Little Rock, Conway, and all places in between. Other shower activity throughout the country, of course, it's not going to affect us right now. Carson City, Nevada, Northern California, the western part of Oregon, and Washington State. And that's really about it. So if you're getting ready to travel east, perhaps, I think I'd get on the road and run.
That's a wall of fun coming at us.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll stay ahead of it.
Oh, he will, yeah. And let's see, watches and warnings. That didn't refresh. Let me hit that again. There we go. Okay. The blue area basically you're seeing what was on the radar. This is your winter weather advisory, your storm warning, whatever they want to call it. Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, parts of Nebraska. So just be prepared. Milk, eggs, bread, peanut butter, get to the store. There you go. Well, this is slow today.
You know that's going to happen anyway.
Grocery store alert!
It's going to happen. when you put up that wall right there that's coming towards us, they already left.
They left. There they go. Yeah. 60% chance today, wintry mix, 90% later tonight, 80 to 90% Thursday, 80% chance Thursday, chance of rain, 40%. Temperature-wise right now, I'm going to go back to this. I don't want to throw you off. I'm going to hit this temperature again. We're right now at 26 degrees, and they say we could go up to 36 today, which will make it some rain. Here's the deal. You can never really predict where it's going to be 30 or 31 or 29 or 28 or 27. Air is air, So if we get down around 30 to 29 or 28 degrees, we're going to have some snow, ice, or freezing rain, whatever it may be. Just be prepared. This basically clears out by Friday, a high of 41 on Friday, Saturday, a high of 45, mostly sunny skies. And so a little bit of a setback, but other than that, it's not bad. Checking iDrive Arkansas real quick. I've got the snow and ice brought up on here. The red is ice patches. Slushy streets is your kind of your lavender color. Your dark blue is snow. And so you see that from Bentonville, Eureka Springs, Fayetteville down to Fort Smith, including I-49 and I-40 from Clarksville over to Fort Smith. Salem Springs the same way, all the way down into the Texarkana area, the Arklatex. And so that's what's showing up on iDrive Arkansas right now. You can also check your border states, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee from this vantage point. And anyway, iDrive Arkansas, and you can check the interactive map, and they keep that updated. It's an automatic update. So any road conditions that changes, that's going to be updated. Wow, excuse me. Sorry about that. It's going to be updated by Arkansas Department of Transportation. Take a look at Missouri. The northwest part of the state is really impacted north of Kansas City. We do have the purple and blue. Covered highways on your purple. The light blue is mostly clear. Dark blue is partly covered. And we're starting to see the covered roads that would be, I'm thinking, Highway 160 that goes down towards south of Joplin right there from Springfield. And I don't know if you see the cursor on the screen, but this area in southeast Missouri, you do have a pink or purple stripe right here. So people traveling west or northwest of Springfield, just be careful on Highway 160. Once again, you can check Missouri Department of Transportation Traveler Information Map or iDrive Arkansas for travelers information. And so, here we go. Snow and ice. I'm going to go back to that radar and just see. I'm going to open. Let's go back to cameras for a minute. I'm going to open up one more shot just to see. Take just a little bit of. Just take a minute. I don't know if it's going to line up on your computer. I'm throwing David a curveball here. You know, I want to see what this other radar looks like. Can you get a? You know, the picture's going to be kind of woppy, Joe. Take a look at that one. Yeah. Your yellow is your heavier rains right now, and this is on I-40 to I-30, so you can see the highways affected here, and the lighter stuff between Mountain Home and Harrison. And this is not showing as much impact. I'm going to switch it on you again. So, you ready? Mm-hmm. You know, this is showing a more detailed radar with what could be in the upper atmospheres. We just got to be prepared, folks. So, you know, just we can see it on the radar.
It's how it always goes. It could be anything.
Yeah, just be prepared. You know, and once again, if you know some elderly folks that can't get out on this stuff, if indeed it does come, snow, ice, whatever, just make sure they don't fall. Go out and get the, you know, if they got the Baxter Bulletin in the box, take it into the house or take it up to the door for them, stuff like that. So,
salt the driveway.
Yeah. Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net. Once again, if you're thinking about retiring later on in the year and you're looking to come to North Arkansas or Southern Missouri, give them a call. They can get the team ready to go for you and serve you today. They are ready to go. Snow or ice or wind or rain or 102 degrees, they're going to help you. And they get it done. Let's see what's on the community calendar. Coming up, the Baxter County Library was having a Texas Hold'em tournament Saturday, January 25th, so that's coming up this Saturday. And it's going to be at Big Creek Golf and Country Club. Tickets are available for seats at $100 per ticket. Attendees can purchase a table for 6 seats for $500. All chips required for play will be provided at the event. Registration begins at 11. Play at 1 o'clock. Lunch will be served at 11:30. And they've got prizes this year. American Eagle Gold Coins, 1st through 6th place. Door prize will be awarded throughout the event, and there will be a prize for the best beat hand. There you go. Coming up Saturday, that supports the library. Oh, for more information on that, you can call Chase Baker, 870-580-0975. Texas Hold'em coming up again, this time for Slappin' Leather, the 20th annual Texas Hold'em tournament for the American Legion Baseball fundraiser. This is February 15th at the Elks Lodge, and you can call Lester White at 421-2006 for this activity. And a lot of good prizes there. Once again, on this one, you register at 11 a.m. at the Elks Lodge, and the tournament starts at 1. Shuffle up and deal and come out and raise some money for the American Legion Baseball season coming up. The Valentine, Valentine Cookie Sale at the Van Meter Senior Center, February 10th through the 14th from 8 a.m. to 4:30. Help support a great cause. This helps support the Meals on Wheels. Kathleen and Tina were here yesterday, and they serve like 250 meals throughout the Twin Lakes area.
A day?
Every day.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Snow, ice, you name it. You know, they got to put up with this weather. Vanilla or chocolate Valentine decorated cookies available to purchase. $1 to $2 each, depending on the cookie. Cookie bouquets, $12 per half dozen. $20 chocolate suckers, hearts of roses, $1 each. And pre-sale orders through the 7th of February. You can call 870-424-3054 for that activity and come enjoy some great cookies. I'm sure that's going to be a lot of fun. And so, wow, 7:16. We better take a break. You got something come up, Dan?
No, I'm good right now.
Sounds good. Time for a quick break. Be right.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
There is a delight in the hardy life of the open. There are no words that can tell the hidden spirit of the wilderness, that can reveal its mystery, its melancholy, and its charm. The nation behaves well if it treats the natural resources as assets, which it must turn over to the next generation increased, and not impaired in value. Conservation means development, as much as it does protection. Theodore Roosevelt. In the early 1900s, President Roosevelt held a White House conference on conservation. As concerns about natural resources and wildlife grew, Americans were spreading west, replacing vast forests with cities, cropland, and pastures. Arkansas was changing, especially the wildlife. Elk, bison, and swan were completely gone from the state. Ducks, quail, and fish were harder to come by. Something had to be done. In 1915, Act 124 was signed into law, and the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission was born.
In 1916, Arkansas's first game wardens were hired for $80 a month, and they had to provide their own horses. Times have changed, and so have our tools, but the call to protect our state's wildlife and natural resources never will. I take a lot of pride in knowing we're all carrying on the legacy of those original 9 wardens.
In 1918, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act was passed. Unregulated hunting had caused populations of many bird species to decline sharply, and market hunting posed a similar threat to North America's waterfowl. The act set federal regulations on the hunting of migratory birds. And nearly 100 years later, that means plenty of ducks for us today.
During the 1920s, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission took steps to increase the deer population in our state. As late as the 40s, the deer population remained bleak in Arkansas. Hunting was closed in several counties. But progress was being made, and with the help of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, record harvests have become the norm with each deer season. One of the state's oldest and most successful fish hatcheries was dug by hand and by mule right here in 1928. As director of the Game and Fish Commission's Fisheries Division for many years, some of Joe Hogan's innovative principles for raising fish in ponds and transporting them across the state are still practiced today.
In 1937, the Pittman-Robertson Act provided federal assistance for projects to restore, enhance, and manage wildlife resources. Arkansas has used millions of dollars over the years for habitat projects just like this one.
In 1945, Amendment 35 became effective, making the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission an independent state agency. This gave the commission much needed stability and ushered in the way we still do business today.
This place is legendary among duck hunters. Thanks to the foresight of Game and Fish managers and commissioners nearly 70 years ago, this place is now known as one of the best places in the world to hunt mallards and flooded green timber. Alameda is one of the greatest places for the public to come hunt, and we're very fortunate to have it.
Thanks to the Dingell-Johnson Act signed in 1950, when you make purchases like this, you're actually giving back to fishing in our state.
In 1951, this beautiful place was completed. It's been stealing the hearts of fishermen for generations.
At the request of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, NBC came to film a live duck hunt in 1956. And more than 250,000 ducks filled the air in front of the cameras on that day, and outdoorsmen have been flocking to our state ever since. 7 years later, I produced the first of many long-running fishing shows shot here in Arkansas.
How about that? Man, a pretty solid guy. Appreciate your help. Yes, sir.
Now, technology has really changed, but the thrill of filming the great outdoors never will.
We were known as the Bear State long before we were known as the Natural State, but black bears were almost hunted completely out of the state of Arkansas. Today we have over 5,000 bears in the state, thanks to the reintroduction effort in the 1950s and 60s. This reintroduction effort is recognized as the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore in history, and we're very proud of that.
In 1971, hunter education classes began in the state of Arkansas. First and foremost, the Arkansas Game and Fish wants to make sure every hunt ends safely. It is something that has given me peace of mind and helped me to enjoy our hunting even more.
Can you imagine this beautiful spot being underwater? That's what would have happened had dams been put in place in the late 1960s. In part, thanks to the Arkansas Game and Fish, this became America's first national river, the Buffalo National River. Hundreds of thousands of people come to the Buffalo National River every year.
Elk once roamed Arkansas far and wide before the settlers transformed the landscape. Against the odds, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission brought the elk back beginning in 1981. By 1998, the herd had grown large enough for a limited hunt. I got this one in 2004.
We're known for our miles of trails, wild game, and breathtaking views. When When the 1/8 cent conservation sales tax passed in 1996, it gave the Game and Fish Commission much-needed funds to keep creating the habitats and improving the quality of wildlife our state reveres so much. It's nice to know that everyone in the state has a hand in helping nature.
I started my boat company right here in Arkansas. And in 2001, Game and Fish made boating safer for everyone by instituting boating education courses.
In 2001, the first of 4 Arkansas Game and Fish Nature Centers opened in Pine Bluff. Part classroom, part museum, part playground. These nature centers offer visitors walking trails, exhibits, and hands-on fun.
My love of fishing started long before we founded the Ranger Boat Company. In 2012, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission resolved the minimum flow issue with the assistance of a lot of people. Now, trout have the habitat and conditions below Bull Shoals Dam to grow and thrive, and will benefit generations to come.
More than 100 years later, it is our mission to continue to carry out the legacy President Roosevelt once spoke about. Cherish these natural wonders. Cherish the natural resources. Cherish the history and romance as a sacred heritage for your children and your children's children.
This is our Arkansas.
My Arkansas.
My state.
This is my outdoors.
My weekend.
My life.
This is my everything.
This is my calling.
This is my legacy.
Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
You make the deer woods great.
You make the fishing great.
You make my state great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
Thank you for protecting our most valuable resource for 100 years.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Bear Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
In 2000.
Few people have a lukewarm reaction to the sight of a black bear. The most typical response is probably fear, followed closely by a sense of wonder. For some, black bears are a symbol of wilderness. For Myron Means, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission's black bear biologist, bears elicit respect and admiration.
Their physiology, the lifestyle that they've evolved into, a feast and a fast lifestyle, you know, being able to go without food for 4 to 5 months at a time, have a gestation period, give birth, wean cubs, they're a truly remarkable animal.
The story of Arkansas's black bears almost ended tragically. But now, it's literally a textbook example of wildlife management at its finest.
It was thought at the time of pre-settlement that Arkansas had maybe as many as 50,000 black bears in the state, and we were unofficially nicknamed the Bear State. Through the time of settlement, 1700s and 1800s, bears were market hunted for their fat, and they were almost hunted to extinction in the state. And by the late 1920s, the General Assembly of Arkansas actually made it illegal to bear hunt, to kill a bear in the state, but by that time it was almost too late.
As few as 3 or 4 dozen bears persisted in southeast Arkansas, in the bottomlands where the White and Arkansas rivers meet the Mississippi. But in 1958, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission embarked on a plan to bring back black bears.
They brought 254 bears in from Minnesota and Manitoba, Canada, and they released them at sites in the Ozarks and Ouachita mountain ranges.
Arkansas Game and Fish released bears over a 10-year period. Historical upland forest had been cut down, but their rebirth gave rise to rich wildlife habitat.
That population flourished under those conditions, and it was so successful that by 1980, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission was able to reopen bear season in the state.
Bears are back, a natural part of the landscape, as they were before our forefathers set foot here. Today, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission regulates bear hunting and keeps close tabs on the natural state's bears.
The population's thriving. We estimate that we have 4,000 to 5,000 bears in the state.
Black bears inhabit the Ozarks and Ouachitas, as well as the lower White River area.
Those 3 populations, we kind of treat them as distinct populations. There's not a lot of immigration and immigration back and forth into those populations from one another.
Bear season takes place in the fall in Arkansas and is controlled by various regulations and a quota system. The season has a set length, but also closes if hunters check a certain number of bears. Over the past 5 years, hunters have taken an average of 422 bears per season in the natural state. Considering there were less than a few dozen bears here just 90 years ago, it's one of wildlife management's most incredible success stories.
No other natural resource agency has ever reintroduced a large carnivore as successful as Arkansas Game and Fish Commission has. It's considered the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore in history, not just Arkansas or the United States, but around the world.
To maintain that success, Myron Means and the Game and Fish Commission's bear team constantly monitor the state's bears. And while harvest numbers are instructive, they only tell part of the story.
Total length is 55. it's really critical for us in monitoring our bear population to kind of have an idea of how many bears are coming into the system, as well as how many bears are going out of the system that are harvested during the bear season. Well, the way we monitor how many bears are coming into the system is to have a good distribution of collared females across bear range. Those collared females will go in every year and do cub counts if they're in a cub cycle, or yearling counts if they have yearlings with them, because the cubs will stay with them for actually 2 den cycles. So by doing that, we're able to monitor reproduction effort and survival effort of those cubs up until the time they're a year old.
Radio collared female bears are tracked to their winter dens. Bears with cubs then get a visit from the Game and Fish Commission, giving us a deeper view into the black bear's world and the work that ensures a robust Arkansas bear population.
We're going to go quite a ways further down, but I just want to tell everybody from here on down we probably need to be as quiet as possible. She's just right down below the hill here, but we still have probably another 75 yards. This is a female, black, no chest blaze, and she is 5 1/4 pounds.
Keeping track of Arkansas's black bears requires an understanding of the number of bears leaving the population as a result of regulated hunting, but it also requires insight into how many bears are entering the population.
Arkansas's bear population is really good and really healthy, but it's not like we have 20,000 black bears in the state. We only have 4,000 to 5,000 bears in the state. So it's not like you see bears all the time. So unless you go in and put your hands on females with cubs, and unless you have good data from year to year to year, you really don't have any idea of what's going on with reproductive rates of our bear population.
Game and Fish biologists have attached radio tracking collars to dozens of female bears across the state. That representative sample allows wildlife managers to track birth rates and cub survival and make informed management decisions. But first, you have to get to the bear den. Reaching a bear den in the Ozark National Forest isn't the easiest task.
The experienced mothers like to have their cubs in very remote, hard to access areas. Typically they're going to den down in deep ravines and stuff like that, and a lot of times they're pretty hard to access.
With the bear den just 20 yards away, biologists Myron Means and Matt Melson quietly prepare the drugs they'll use to sedate a bear that, contrary to popular belief, is not actually hibernating.
A lot of people think bears are true hibernators, and they're not. They can go through periods of kind of a deeper sleep, but they can also arouse immediately. Even though it's really cold and all that stuff, when we do these den surveys, those females, when we go in, they can hear us coming, it wakes them up, and they're always aware of what we're doing. Some of them are more aware than others. Okay, here we go. She has at least 2 cubs. You can hear 2 different cubs feeding. We just started her, and it'll generally take 10 to 15 minutes for the drug to take effect. Boy, I'm glad I got her in the neck. God, she's huge.
always been a big bear. Man, that's a pretty good adrenaline rush. If you're an adrenaline junkie, that's a pretty good rush. Especially when she raises her head up and looks at you 3 feet away. See how her eyes are twitching, jumping. She wouldn't pass a field sobriety test right now.
15 to 20 minutes later, it's safe to begin the den survey. The first step is taking care of Mama Bear.
That drug dries out their eyes. They can still blink a little, but they don't have anything to lubricate their eyes.
Adhesive bandages keep dust and debris out of her eyes and also aid in calming the female while the rest of the den work progresses. The main focus of this research is the cubs, which give wildlife managers a window into the reproductive success of the state's bears.
Black, no chest blaze.
Biologists record identifying characteristics such as color and other markings. They weigh the cubs and take a series of measurements, including body length, chest circumference, and foot size. By plugging the measurements into a formula, wildlife managers can better estimate a cub's age and determine its developmental progress compared to known averages. Over time, the information gathered from these remote bear dens allows biologists to track trends in the bear population and adjust regulations as needed.
You know, if you impact the population too heavy on bears, instead of rebounding in a year or two like maybe a deer population would in an area or something like that, you're talking about a population that may take a decade to rebound.
Because bears have relatively low reproductive rates compared to other Arkansas mammals, annual den surveys provide vital information. Case in point, there was a significant decline in black bear reproduction for 2 years after an unusually late freeze in the spring of 2007.
You know, we had the Easter freeze in 2007, which decimated the soft mass and the hard mass crop for that year. All the fruits and berries in the summer that bears eat, all the acorns and nuts in the fall that bears eat, all that stuff was wiped out. That's why we monitor these bears every year. We were able to make adjustments to our harvest strategies statewide to offset such a high harvest rate and to allow our reproductive rate to come back up to where it needed to be, so we didn't have drops in the population overall. It's kind of the checks and balances.
On average, Arkansas's black bears give birth to 2 cubs every other year.
And the gestation period is only about 65 days for a bear, which is extremely short.
Cubs are born in January, weighing a ½ pound or less. They gain about a pound a week until they emerge from the den with their mother in April. The black bear's den cycle is another natural marvel.
Once she enters that den cycle in mid-November, she will not eat, she will not drink, she will not urinate, she will not defecate.
Bears can recycle intestinal nutrients during the denning process. They also can convert nitrogen from urea into amino acids that aid in muscle development.
And they can actually come out of a den cycle, lose 25% of their body weight, which is all fat, and still have more muscle mass, you know, 5 months, 4 months later when they come out of a den cycle with cubs.
Before this den survey ends, the adult female will get a thorough examination. This bear received new ear tags that identify her as part of the Game and Fish Commission's bear research.
I'll face it the opposite direction in case we can see her with binoculars. We'll have it coming pointing both directions.
The bear cubs go back into the den with a mother bear who's showing signs of waking from her slumber.
Yeah, she's moving real well already.
Black bears are one of the natural state's most dynamic and fascinating animals. And thanks to the work of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, the story of Arkansas's black bears continues to inspire.
In 2014, I had back surgery, and I had always been told that chiropractic care, once you have that, is not possible. After coming up here to see Doc Osgood, I've learned just how much it is helpful. And I find now that I can do a lot more activities like mowing the yard, or even my job as a sports reporter. Going to the games is not a problem anymore. I don't have near the problem that I used to. And as I keep progressing, I think it'll get better and better.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
And we're back live at 7:53 on this cold, wet, rainy, snowy, icy day.
Right on.
So we thought we'd spend a few minutes. Let's do a little recap on the weather. Of course, the weather brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. And we don't normally come back into the weather, but we do have some weather situations to talk about. Real quick, I'm going to refresh the temperatures here so we know where we're at in the Twin Lakes area. Around the region right now, 27 in Mountain Home, flipping at 29. Harrison, the warm spot at 30. It's 29 in Yellville, 26 at Salem, 27 at Calico Rock, Mountain View at 28. We just updated the weather radar. We still have that solid line north and south. You can see that solid line here from basically central Louisiana all the way back up into Springfield, Kansas City, Des Moines, Iowa, all the way up into Rochester, Minnesota. And we'll go ahead and put this back in motion for you so you can see what's going on. See if I can rotate that in. You can see it coming this direction here. Scoot this over a little bit, center that up for you, drive David crazy over here in the director table.
I'm good.
And so we do have this line coming, and as the day progresses, and tomorrow we do have this all the way into Friday. Now, I'm going to run over to iDrive, Arkansas. We're going to take a look at these roads because this has been updated. Highway 62 from Eureka Springs to Harrison is slushy with ice patches. We do have some snow in the blue areas. Then look down at Texarkana. We do have ice patches and slush down in there from Mena back up into Boonville area. Excuse me, this is affecting I-49. I-40 from basically Russellville to Fort Smith. Highway 71 from Fort Smith down to DeQueen and Texarkana area. I-30 could be part of this down around Texarkana and Hope and Prescott areas. So we just need to be careful, folks, because this is what's showing up right now. Let me go back to live traffic. If you're traveling to Arkansas, have to find it here. Primary highways, traffic cameras. Okay. Accidents around the state. Right now in Rogers, Arkansas, Benton County, an accident on Highway 12. 1.9 miles southeast of Highway 62 in Springdale and Benton County. We have another one on I-49. Accident at mile marker 44, 6 miles southwest of Fork. south of West Fork, northbound lane. Need to be careful there. We do have an accident down in here. Highway 270 in Montgomery County. Oh, it's this other. We just have a problem down there. So the state police has Mount Ida and Pine Ridge slick sleet starting to cover the roadway. This is Montgomery County Highway 270. This is a federal highway now, not a state highway. This is 270, Federal Highway 270, 5.1 miles northwest of State Highway 88. Both lanes are affected. Between Mount Ida and Pine Ridge, slick sleet starting to cover the roadway here. So we do have that advisory here. So be sure to check iDrive Arkansas. And how I bumped that, I don't know. See if I bring iDrive Arkansas back up. And we do have some slow traffic in the Little Rock area, the Jacksonville area from Benton to Little Rock, I-30, I-40, 430, 630, Highway 67, 167 down here in Little Rock. Other than that, everything going fine. We'll double check Missouri real quick for you. Still southwest Missouri, we're partly covered on Highway 160 going towards I-49. And now we do have this right here. This is Highway 13, I believe it is. Right in this area here, we're starting to get some purple. Down around the Springfield area, we do have some partly covered roads, just updated a minute ago. So travel in the western part of Missouri is starting to deteriorate, as well as iDrive Arkansas. You can see, let me go back to the road conditions here. Right here. And so you can see it in southwest Arkansas with the ice patches and slush, and west of Hot Springs, down around Prescott, Texarkana, northwest of Texarkana, around Boonville, Paris, Fort Smith, I-40 being affected right now with some snow on the road there, and Eureka Springs, snow and ice. Right now, nothing in Mountain Home to Harrison, but never know. This is what it is, folks. Back to the radar. Don't want to drive David crazy here.
No. It's heading this way.
It's heading this way.
I think we're going to get something this time.
Yeah, we're going to get something. This is a more enhanced look. You see Harrison back to Springdale and Rogers, Clarksville area, and Hot Springs Village, west of Little Rock, and so Greenwood and Fort Smith. Heed the call, folks. Here it comes. So.
And the purple's a mixture?
I think so. I don't know where the key is at on this one. I'm not familiar. Let's see what this is here. Nope, I don't know. I think the blue is ice, and I think the pink is rain, or is freezing rain, or vice versa. Could be sleet, snow, whatever it is. Here it comes. So I've got no indications of any school closings right now. We do have a little bit at Cherokee Village, a little bit west of Salem, and I just lost the page there. There we go. To the east of Mountain Home, Baxter County, southern Baxter County, picking up a little bit. So not to panic. This is not 09. It's not the ice storm, but we do need to be aware of the situations. Be careful. Yeah. Starting to pick up a little bit around West Plains now, Highway 63 going up towards Salem, Missouri on Highway 19, a very light area of snow and ice right there. And so anyway, it's winter in Arkansas. What are you going to do? 72 degrees on Christmas Day, and a month later we're getting snow and ice.
Right. That's just how it is.
That's just how it is.
I think we've grown accustomed to it.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, weather brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda. Hey, let's take a look at the White River real quick. We got a second or so. Let's throw that up.
Oh, that's...
Ooh, look at that. The lights are shut off, and look at that, just...
beautiful blue.
That beautiful blue looking into Cotter, Arkansas. That's brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Check it out at retiretoarkansas.net. Be safe, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Dr. Charles Osgood will be our guest tomorrow, so we'll see you tomorrow. I said stick around. We got to go. Bye. Bye.